Let us start the new chapter, periodic classification of elements. Now, what is meant by periodic? Periodic means occurrence of or coming one thing again and again or same thing again and again. For example, week. In a week, there are 7 days. Sunday to Saturday, again Sunday to Saturday, again Sunday to Saturday. That means repeatedly same thing coming again and again. Now, when we speak about the seasons, now summer, then rainy, winter, summer, rainy, winter. Like that way, same thing comes again and again. Now, I am relating the same thing coming again and again in this chapter. That is the character of the elements. There are different types of elements. The similar type of elements or similar character showing elements, they arranged in a separate group. So we can say that when the similar character showing elements are arranged in a particular group, such a way number of elements are there. So we can say that in a group which all elements are coming, they all are showing same character. Because of that only here it is mentioned periodic classification. Now we are studying about the elements. What are elements? We can say that few examples I am writing on board. That is, iron is an example of element. Gold is another example. Silver is another example. Then oxygen, hydrogen, sulfur, etc. These all are different types of elements. At present, in all, there are 118 elements. Around 1800, year 1800, that time there were only 30 elements. Before 1800, there were lesser than 30 elements. That means all these elements are discovered by scientists. So before 1800, there were very few elements. Now, during that time, classification or grouping of similar character showing elements was very easy. So at that time, they divided the elements only into 3 groups. We can say that they are metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Later, around 1800, a new scientist came. His name is Dobereiner. 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 He came in the year 1870. He given a basic idea of the classification of elements during that time. Now, how did he classified the elements in his time, that we will study. What he had done, he made groups of 3 elements in one group. For example, 3 examples I am showing you. First example, lithium, sodium and potassium. He made 3 elements group. This is his first group. Now second group I am writing, that is calcium, strontium and barium. This is the second group of Dobereiner. In each group, he selected only 3 elements. Now the third group, in that 3 elements are there again. They are chlorine, bromine and iodine. Now you see children, Here, he arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic mass. So, first element which is having lowest atomic mass that he put. Then bigger than that. Then more than that. Such a way he arranged. So, you can see here lithium in the first group, this three elements group, he given one more name, that is triad. So he arranged the elements in a group of three. So because of that, the such a groups he given the name as triads. So here now I shown three triads. Triads meaning three elements group. This such a arrangement is made by Dobriner. Before that, such a type of arrangements were not there. So here now lithium, its atomic mass number is 6.9. Sodium 23. Potassium 39.1. Now calcium 40.1. Strontium 87.6. Then barium 137.3. Now chlorine 35.5. Bromine 79.9. Iodine 126.9. So these are their atomic masses. When you see the first triad, here first element, its atomic mass is 6.9. Then sodium more than lithium, sodium's atomic mass. More than sodium, potassium's atomic mass. You see, so we can say that he arranged the elements in his triads in the increasing order of their atomic mass. Now second example you see, calcium 40.1 is its atomic mass. Strontium came, its atomic mass became 87.6. Then barium, its atomic mass became 137.3. So here also you can find that he arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Then the last, that is the third example, chlorine, its atomic mass is 35.5. Bromine 79.9. Iodine 126.9. So this is also he arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Later he came into the conclusion. What kind of conclusion he given? He done the totaling of first as well as third element. That means he found the average of first as well as last element. So again we will study the first triad, that is lithium, sodium, potassium. First we will find their mean or average. Mean or average. How did he found? He added the atomic masses of first as well as the last element. First element is lithium plus the last element, that is potassium. When we add both of them, we will get the answer 9 plus 1, 10, carry 1, 1 plus 6, 7, 7 plus 9, 16, carry 1, 1 plus 3, 4. Decimal straight I put it. Now its average we have to find out. For that 46 upon 2. So we are getting the answer here 23. So what he said, what kind of conclusion he given? If we take the average of first as well as third elements atomic masses, we will get the atomic mass of the second element. But one thing else he said, that is the atomic mass of second element will be approximately equal to the average of first as well as third element. But in this example, we got the exact answer. But now we will compare the second triad. Calcium, that is the first element. Its atomic mass is 40.1 plus third element, that is barium. Its atomic mass is 137.3. When we add both of them, 1 plus 3, 4. Then here 7. here 7, here 1. So we are getting the answer when we add the atomic masses of calcium as well as barium, we will get the answer 177.4. Now we have to find its average. Average means you have to divide it with 2. So we will get the answer now. In 17, 2 will go 8 times. Again 1 carry is coming, 17 again, in that again 8. Now again 1 carry. So here I am writing 14 decimal 7. So once again I'll show clearly here. 177 divided by 0.4 divided by 2. So we will get the answer. 2 8s are 16. Then here carry 1, 17 became. So in 17 again, it will be going 8 times. Then again carry is coming here. Decimal I am putting here. In 14, 2 will go 7 times. So here our answer is coming how much? 88.7. That is the average of calcium as well as barium. But strontium, its atomic mass is 87.6. But when we taken or when we found the average of calcium as well as barium, we have got the answer 88.7. So you see children, here we are not getting the exact answer. Approximately we can say that is approximately 1 value's difference is coming. Such a way here we have got the answer now. Then third example we will see again. The first element is chlorine. Its atomic mass is 35.5 plus. Third element, that is iodine, its atomic mass is 126.9. When we add both of them, we will get the answer 9 plus 5, 14, carry 1, 1 plus 5, 6, 6 plus 7, 6 plus 6, 12, carry 1, 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, carry 1, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6, then 1. So what is there? Once again I'll say you. 9 plus 5, 14. Carry 1. 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 6, 12. Carry 1. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. Then 1 I put it down. Now I am dividing this value with the 2. Why? We have to find the average of first as well as third element. So when we find the average of first as well as third element, that is 162 divided 0.4 divided with 2, you will get the answer. In 16, 2 will go 8 times. In 2 will go 1 time. Then here in 4, 2 will go 2 times. So what will be our answer, children? 81.2. Here you see what is the middle element. That is bromine. Its mass number is 79.9, but when we found the average of chlorine as well as iodine, we have got the answer 81.2. So this case also we can say that it is not exactly same as bromine. 1 values difference is coming. So again, this also we can say 1 values difference only is there. But further and further, so totally here we studied 9 elements. Altogether 9 elements we studied. First triad has 3 elements, second triad has 3 elements, then third element has 3 elements. First element means we have got the answer exactly same as the atomic mass of the middle element. Second case, third case, we got 1 values difference. But later, other elements when he grouped, so there he noticed vast difference in their atomic masses. So his classification by disqualify became. Why? Because people could not be able to accept him. Why? Because all answers what he said, same thing could not be shown in his triads. Now children, we are coming to other scientists. Now we are studying about other scientist. His name is Newlands. His law is known as Newlands law of octaves. When Dobrynin came in the year 1817, but Newlands came in the year 1866. Dobrynin in the year 1817, Newlands in the year 1866. We can say that when we think of the year, so much difference you can see. Before 1817 was there, during Dobrynin's time. That means Dobrynin made his triads in the year 1817. But now Newland's octave came in the year 1866. In between, many scientists worked for classifying the elements, but they could not be able to prove it. Because of that, their name all not came in the classification. That means a periodical classification, or in their name not came only in the classification of elements. Now you see children, here Newlands 1866 he came. That time there were 56 elements. During his time, scientists discovered total 56 elements. During Dobrynin's time, there were only 30 elements. During this time, there were only 30 elements. But during Newland's time, there were 56 elements. He also arranged the elements. He also made his own periodical table. How did he do his periodical table, or how did he make his periodical table? Let us see that. For that, he made his own table which is having 7 elements. He arranged horizontally, and remaining elements, that means 7 elements arranged vertically, means horizontally. Afterwards, 8th element when come, that he put it below the first element. Similarly, I'll show the examples. First one, hydrogen I am writing. Second one, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, and one more element. That means he arranged horizontally 7 elements. Then he arranged the next element just below the first element, that is now fluorine. Hydrogen, it's below fluorine, he put it. Lithium, it's below sodium. Na means sodium. Beryllium, it's below magnesium. Boron, it's below, boron, it's below. He put aluminium. Carbon, it's below silicon. Carbon, it's below silicon. Then nitrogen, it's below phosphorus. Oxygen, it's below sulfur. Such a way, he arranged the elements. Total how many elements in his time? 56 elements. Now remaining, that is chlorine, then potassium, then here calcium, then here chromium, then here titanium, then here manganese, then here iron. After that, just below chlorine, he put in one space cobalt and nickel. Then just below potassium, copper, then zinc, then just below chromium, yttrium, Y, yttrium, then indium, In, indium, then just below manganese, arsenic, As, then just below iron, selenium, Se, selenium. Then it's below again. Now here bromine, then rubidium, Rb means rubidium, Sr means strontium, then Ce. Next space you see 2 elements, that is Ce means cerium, as well as he put one more element, that is lanthanum. Then next space he put zirconium, Zr, zirconium. Now again we can say here all places, that means he put the names of the elements. That means here this much became, further and further he added the names of the elements. Total he put 56 elements. Now in our book this much elements name only is there, so I put here further total 56 elements he arranged in his periodical table. Now here the last element's name he put it as thorium. Last element came, its name he put it as thorium. So total 56 element. Out of them first element is hydrogen and last element he put thorium. Now here how did he arrange it? That I'll show you. Now you people all are familiar with the saptak, that is Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. These musical notes, these are musical notes. These musical notes are known as saptak. These are the musical notes of India, we can say. They are having the name, to them commonly called as saptak. So which are saptak? Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. After that again will come Sa, then Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa. That means it is repeatedly coming. So similarly, seeing this only he arranged the elements. One more thing I am saying you, this is in saptak in India. But in English, for this saptak, in other names they are calling. So I am reading that. Means now here saptak 7 are there. Sa, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. But instead of that, in English, some other terms are there that I am writing above now. They are D-O, then R-E, M-I, after that F-A, then S-O, then L-A, as well as T-I. So we can read it as Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti. But it is very difficult to pronounce. Why? Because we are not familiar with these terms. So if you are not writing the upper one, only the lower one, that is our saptak, if you are writing, then also okay. These two things are known as musical notes. One we people are using, we means Indians are using, other one English people are using it. Now you see children, here first element is hydrogen, second element lithium, then beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. After that, eighth element, that is fluorine. Here what is saying, when he himself arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. You studied before, Dobereiner arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Same way, Newlands also arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Now you see, then he found that every eighth element, see, we are starting from hydrogen, that is the first element. Then you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eighth element. Then he found that first as well as eighth element shows similar character. Suppose we are taking counting from lithium. Then lithium you take as 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now lithium we taken just below, sodium is there. Lithium and sodium shows same character. Next one, if we are counting from beryllium, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beryllium and magnesium shows same character. Now you see boron, if you are taking, again below which element is coming, that will be the 8th. You can count and see. Boron first element, carbon second, nitrogen third, oxygen fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, 8. Boron it's below aluminium. Boron as well as aluminium has same character. But this thing happened only up till calcium. Only up till calcium, the result was fine. As per conclusion, it worked. Later on, after calcium, which all elements are there? These all elements didn't follow his law. Now you see, chromium is there. Boron as well as aluminium, same character. But chromium is not having same character as boron as well as aluminium. Now if you are seeing carbon as well as silicon, titanium, indium, zircon, they are not having same character as the upper ones. Because of this, his law, his table became disqualified. So nobody could be able to accept him. But even though we can say that his table was better than Dobereiner. So now, after this, other scientists came. To them all, a basic knowledge we can say, or base got by seeing these all table. They developed their knowledge. Then they shown better result. Now one more thing. So one problem I said, till calcium only he could prove. That was first mistake. Second mistake. So one problem understood now. Why? Because he could not prove all the elements. All the elements he could not arrange as he said before. Second thing, here you can find that, you see, here double elements he put in one space. Here again you can find that double elements, that is cerium as well as lanthanum. Here cobalt as well as nickel. They all he put it double in one space. Actually he should put single elements in each box. But he put somewhere middle like that way two elements. That was so unable to accept by the public. The third problem. So second one also you could understand now. His limitation it is. Understand. First limitation, he could prove up to calcium. After that, what all law he said, that could not be followed. Why? Because here the elements which all found, those all elements were not showing same character as the above. Second case, middle in one box he put double elements. That was also unable to accept. The third thing, during his time only 56 elements were there. He arranged only 56 elements in his table. He didn't think further in future people may discover more elements. Then where I have to arrange them? That thinking was not there to him. One more thing I am saying you, that particular time, in his time, every year at least one new elements they were discovering. But when he made his own table, in that he didn't think for the future elements. That was his third limitation. Limitation means what? Shortcomings. Error. How much error he made in his table. That only saying, first thing, he could arrange up to calcium properly. The elements he done arrangement, but proper arrangement up till calcium only he could do. Second problem, second shortcoming or second disadvantage, or we can say limitation of his law, that is middle like that way. Instead of one element, he put two elements. Third thing, during his time, total 56 elements were discovered. But later on, more and more elements they discovered. But in his mind, he didn't plan in future, if more elements will discover, where he will put. That plan was not there. At present, children, there are 118 elements. At present, there are 118 elements. For arranging these 118 elements, if we follow Newland's table, there will be no space. I hope you all understood this topic well.